Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Talk Evolve. I am Sophia, and today we are going to solve one of the biggest mysteries in language learning. Have you ever felt like your brain has a hole in it? Think about this. It's Monday morning. You find a beautiful new English word. You look at it, you write it down, and you say, "Yes, I will use this word forever." But then Thursday comes. You see that same word again, and suddenly it feels like a stranger. You recognize its face, but you've forgotten its name. It has slipped away. It has started to fade. It's like a ghost in your mind. You know it's there somewhere, but you can't catch it. This, my friends, is what we call the memory leak. And before you feel bad about yourself, let me tell you something very important. Forgetting is normal. In fact, your brain is designed to forget every single day. Your brain is bombarded with thousands of pieces of information. The color of a stranger's shirt, the price of a coffee, the sound of a car horn. If your brain kept everything, it would explode. So, it acts like a filter. It constantly asks, is this important? Do I need this to survive? If you learn a word on Monday and never use it again, your brain thinks, oh, this is just junk mail, and it throws it in the trash. When a word is new, it is unstable. It is like a seed that has just been placed on top of the soil. It hasn't grown roots yet. A small wind can blow it away. A little rain can wash it off. This is why you can recognize a word when you read it, but you can't find it when you try to speak. It's not active in your mind. It's sitting in a dark corner of your memory, waiting for a connection. What we want at Talk Evolve is the opposite. We want your vocabulary to be stable. We want it to be reliable. Imagine a word that is like a loyal friend. Whenever you open your mouth to speak, that word is standing right there, ready to help you. It doesn't hide. It doesn't make you stutter. It is firm. It is solid. So, how do we move a word from the trash can to the active file? The secret isn't studying for 10 hours a day. The secret is working with your brain, not against it. One of the most powerful concepts we use here is the path in the field visualization. Imagine a huge field filled with tall, thick grass. You want to get to the other side. The first time you walk across, you have to push the grass away. It's difficult. When you look back, you can barely see where you walked. The grass stands back up almost immediately. This is like learning a word for the first time. But if you walk that same path again 2 hours later, it's a little easier. If you walk it again the next morning, the grass stays down. If you walk it every day for a week, you have a clear, brown, solid path. You don't even have to think about where to step. Your feet just follow the path. This is what review does to your brain. But here is the catch. Most people review the wrong way. They just look at their notebook and read the word again. That is passive. Your brain is still sleeping. To make that path solid, you need a technique called retrieval. Retrieval is the act of pulling the information out of your brain. It's the difference between looking at a map and actually driving the car from memory. When you close your eyes and try to remember a word without looking at your notes, you are making your brain work. That struggle you feel when you're trying to remember, that is the sound of your brain building a permanent bridge. Think of your memory like a muscle. If you go to the gym and lift a weight that is very light, your muscle doesn't grow. But if you lift something that feels a little heavy, something that requires effort, your muscle gets stronger. Retrieval is a workout for your vocabulary. Every time you pull a word back from the edge of forgetting, you are locking it into your long-term memory. We often talk about the mind like water state here at Talk Evolve. To have a mind like water, your thoughts must flow without resistance. But you can't have flow if you're constantly stopping to search for a word. If your vocabulary is unstable, your water is blocked by rocks. By practicing retrieval, we clear those rocks. We make the words stay. We are going to learn how to give every new word a home, so it never wants to leave. To understand this, imagine you have a beautiful, expensive diamond. If you just put that diamond on the sidewalk in the middle of a busy city, what will happen? It will disappear. Someone will take it, or it will get lost in the dirt. To keep the diamond safe, you need a box. You need a velvet lining. You need a safe place for it to stay. Language is exactly the same. Most English learners try to store new words like they are loose objects in a big, messy box. They learn, analyze, reliable, productivity. Just words, sitting alone. But the human brain is not a dictionary. It is a network of connections. It is like a huge spider web, where every thread is connected to another. The brain does not store language well when a word is lonely. If a word is alone, it has no support. It has no home. This is why we must stop storing single words and start storing phrases and situations. Think about the word decision instead of just learning decision. Learn the phrase to make a difficult decision. Now the word has friends. It has a context when you think of make. Your brain naturally pulls decision along with it. It's like a train. One car pulls the rest. When you store words in phrases, you are building a stronger, richer memory. You are giving that diamond a safe box to live in. But we can go even deeper. To make a word truly permanent, you must connect it to your personal life. This is the secret of the world's best polyglots. They don't just learn language, they learn their language. Look at the example sentence in a book. The book doesn't know you. The book doesn't know your family, your job, or your dreams. You must take that word and put it into a sentence about your life. If the word is reliable, don't just write, "The car is reliable." That is boring. Your brain will forget it in 10 minutes instead. Think, is my best friend reliable? Is my scooter reliable? Am one a reliable person at work? When you say, "My scooter is reliable because it never stops in the rain," your brain wakes up. Why? Because that sentence has emotion. It has a real image. It is connected to your reality. Emotions are like glue for the brain. We remember things that make us feel something. We remember the day we were happy, the day we were scared, and the things that matter to our survival. When you make a sentence personal, you are telling your brain, "Hey, this word belongs to me. This word is part of my story." And once a word becomes part of your story, it becomes almost impossible to forget. This is what we call meaningful exposure. It's not just about seeing the word. It's about meeting the word in real life. Imagine meeting a person at a party for 5 seconds. You will forget their name. But imagine working with that person, sharing a meal with them, and solving a problem together. You have a relationship. You need to build a relationship with your English vocabulary. You need to see the word in a podcast, hear it in a movie, and then try to use it in a message to a friend. You need to see it in different moods. Try this. When you learn a new word, use it in 3 different ways. Use it to ask a question. Use it to describe something negative. Use it to talk about the future. For example, with the word focus, I need to focus on my English today. I lost my focus because of my phone. Will this technique help me focus better? By doing this, the word becomes flexible. It's not a stiff, frozen object anymore. It becomes a living tool in your hand. You start to feel comfortable with it. It moves from your notebook memory into your active voice. At Talk Evolve, we believe in the mind like water approach because water is flexible. It can be in a glass, a river, or the ocean, but it is still water. Your vocabulary should be the same. It should adapt to any situation you are in, whether you are at a job interview or talking to a friend at a cafe. The words should flow naturally because they have a home in your heart, not just your head. And remember, The brain loves rhythm, just like a song stays in your head for days. The rhythm of a phrase is easier to remember than a single word. When you practice, shadowing, repeating after mu are not just practicing sounds. You are carving the rhythm of the language into your brain. You are teaching your mouth and your mind to move together. In the final part, I am going to give you a simple 5-minute routine that uses the power of your sleep to lock these words in forever. Because while you sleep, your brain is doing something incredible with everything you learned today. Because while you sleep, your brain is doing something incredible with everything you learned today. Your brain doesn't just shut down when you close your eyes at night. It begins to organize, sort, and strengthen every single connection you made during the day. It's like a librarian cleaning up a messy room after a long day. It decides which books to keep on the front shelf for easy access, and which ones to move to the basement. This is why a short, simple review before sleep is so effective. If you spend just 5 minutes looking at your new phrases before you go to bed, you are giving your brain a clear signal. You are saying, hey, pay attention. These words are important. Please lock them into my long-term memory tonight. While you dream, your brain continues to build those paths we talked about. It strengthens the links between the words and your emotions. But remember the golden rule of Talk Evolve. Quality is always better than quantity. Do not try to force 50 new words into your mind in one night. If you try to carry too many heavy rocks at once, you will get tired and drop them all. Instead, pick 3 to 5 words, learn them deeply. Use them in your own sentences. Let them become part of your mind like water flow. Imagine a simple daily rhythm for yourself. In the morning, you practice a little retrieval, trying to remember the words from yesterday without looking at your notes. In the afternoon, you meet a few new words and give them a home in a personal sentence. And in the evening, you give them one last look before you sleep. This routine is not difficult. It doesn't take hours of your time, but it creates a massive change over weeks and months. Suddenly, you will notice that you aren't searching for words anymore. They are just there, waiting for you. They have moved from being unstable ghosts to reliable, solid friends. Your English will stop feeling like a struggle and start feeling like a natural part of who you are. The fear of forgetting will disappear because you finally know how your memory works. You are no longer fighting your brain. You are leading it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Practice what we discussed. Keep walking those paths in your mind. And remember, your English is evolving every single day. I'm Sophia from Talk Evolve. Keep learning, keep reviewing, and keep growing. I will see you in the next one.